Why would I keep that information just for him? Why don't I share that information to you? And that's the reason why I'm starting with this information today. Hi guys, my name is Andy Ogaga and I'm that tech boy that loves real estate. So yesterday a client asked me, Andy, I want to buy a building, but I don't know what to buy. And I was like, I'll give you all the explanations about the types of buildings that you can buy. Let's get started. I started with the buildings. I told him about all the different types of buildings that he could buy. And for that reason, I decided, why would I keep that information just for him? Why don't I share that information to you? And that's the reason why I'm starting with this information today. So let's go. Let's say you want to buy a building in whatever part of Abuja or Lagos or any city around. There are different types of buildings that you can buy, and I'll be explaining them today. We will start with the off-plan, and then we'll talk about the lintels, the carcass, the semi-finished, the finished, and the furnished. Let's start with the off-plan. What are off-plan buildings? Off-plan buildings are buildings where the owner or the developer tells you what he wants to build. He gives you the architectural diagrams, he gives you the structural diagrams, and he gives you the 3D diagrams of what that building will look like when it's finished. And then he tells you to make payment. He might decide that you would pay instrumentally, or he might decide that you should pay at once. That all depends on the kind of decision you want to make or the type of transaction that you want to make. But in this scenario, you pay for a fully built home, but you pay not seeing the building itself. What are the advantages to the off-plan? The advantages to the off-plan are, one, because you are not seeing the building, it's normally cheaper than the fully finished building. Number two, you have the ability to change how you want that building to look. You could look at the plan and say, no, I want this kitchen to be structured this way, and I want the sitting room to be structured this other way. That is all entirely up to you. So that is more about the off-plan. If you want me to talk more about the off-plan, if you want to learn about the off-plan, hit me up. Write some messages on the comment section and I'll be with you to talk about it. Number two, we're going to talk about lintel. In the lintels, lintel buildings are buildings that have already been built. The foundation has been built and it's built up to the level just above the window level. So I'll give you an example. Let's say this is the fallow land. The foundation comes up a little bit, just a step above, and then you have the building. If this is the window level of the building, then the lintel of that building is a structure that is just above the window level. So if a person gives you this building, then he has given it to you at the lintel level. It's a good structure. You get to see the work that has been done. You get to see how the foundation looks. You get to see what the plan is going to be like when the building is done. And then you still have the opportunity to make changes if you wish. One more thing, it's also cheaper than the full building. Then we get to the point of the carcass. The carcass is a fully built building that has not been plastered. Normally it has the roof, it has the block work, it has the foundation, it has everything that makes a building to be structurally fit. So the carcass is a structurally fit building. You will see the structure, you will see everything necessary, but the interiors have not been done. The designs such as the plastering, all those things have not been done yet. So that is how the carcass building is given. The good thing about the carcass is that it's a bit cheaper, and then you get to do the interior decorations as you want. You get to choose the type of plastering you want. You get to choose how you want the internal plasterings to be done. You get to choose the tiles and other things. So that's the advantage of the carcass. It's also a bit cheaper than the final building, but it's a bit more expensive than the lintel and the off-plan. Now, we talk about the semi-finished. The semi-finished is a building that is structurally fit. The structure has been completed, but it is a carcass that has been plastered. You add the plaster, sometimes you add the tiles, you add the POP, you add different things that makes the house more suitable to live, but it still needs some final decorations, some internal decorations for it to be completed. And now we will be talking about the finished. The finished buildings are buildings that already has the buildings complete. It would have its plastering done, it would be painted, it would have the tiles, it will have the electrical conduits, it will have every fitting that needs to be done that will make a house look very good. It would even have the kitchen cabinet, have the bedroom cabinet, have the doors, have the windows, have the plumbing done correctly, and that is a finished building. You would enjoy it. It comes with peace of mind because you'll be able to just move into the house with your bag and your furniture and everything. So you really don't have the choice of making changes about the painting or making changes about the design of the house, but it gives you the peace of mind to know that you can make your payment and you can move in all at once. And then we will be talking about the furnished buildings. The furnished buildings are buildings that already have furnitures within the building. Things like the settee, things like possibly it could have a television, have the refrigerator in the kitchen, it could have your dispenser, it could have your chairs, your couch, your different designs and ornaments of the house. So the furnished building is always furnished with decorations. It could even have the chandelier. It's more expensive, but when you get into the house, you will love it. You would understand where your money went to. That is something that is good. You would enjoy it if you choose to do that. Now, in all of them, from the carcass level, you should have your plumbing and you should have your electrical. Semi-finished will have plumbing and electrical, and it will also have the plastering. And the finished would have plumbing, electrical, plastering, painting, and tiling. While the furnished will have decorations and all the rest. Now you know the types of buildings that you can get whenever you want to make a purchase. You should ask more questions. Ask about the type of title that building has. You should ask about how the building came about and what are the fees that needs to be paid, especially if it's an estate property. If you have any questions about this, just holler at me. I remain Andy Ogaga, that tech boy that loves real estate. Cheers!